Okay.
Basically, we left the EU. They're now trying to make our life difficult. So now we have to, whenever we're sending products to the EU, we have to put on there how much carbon is inherited through that product. So if we hadn't have done all of this carbon neutral stuff, we'd have had a very lengthy process trying to work out how much carbon we're adding to the product through burning fossil fuels and the likes of that. Whereas now we're completely carbon neutral, all electric, all renewable energy.
Hmm.
We now just ask our supplier how much is inherited through the metal, and we divide that by the weight of the casting. Nice and simple.
That's very good because you've almost like I imagine. I think that's one of the biggest issues that has come from Brexit is the bureaucracy it now involved with most businesses and the documentation. Because when we left the EU, we've basically been classified as another random country, and we need to prove now with everything we do that we are up to their regulations. Because before it was kind of taken for granted that if you were in the EU, it meant that you were abiding by EU regulations, so you didn't need to be checked. You could trade with EU freely. You could send products there without any documentation. And now, as you're highlighted here, for companies, since we've left the EU, most companies, if you trade in the EU, you have to show all these documentation. You need to pay people to create these documents. You need to pay people to understand it. Obviously, time is money, so all of these people are spending a lot of time doing it. So there are significant extra costs involved with
Yeah,
not being in the EU anymore.